Welcome to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for joining us. I am so excited today. We got a great show for you. We've got a really special guest in studio we're going to have a lot of fun with. Maybe take the sports coat off and loosen up a little and see what it's like to be 12 again. All right, so many ways to get in touch with us at BeTerrific TV on Twitter, on Instagram, on all social media, including Facebook. We're facebook.com/BeTerrificTV. Of course, if you want to reach out to us other than on social media, why don't you send us an email? We love your feedback. Please keep it coming. We love the positive feedback. It is connect@BeTerrific.com. Tell us your terrific stories and we'll share them on air as well. And of course, we love to hear from you. It's really, really important that you give us the feedback and tell us the terrific stories. All right, I've got more than that too for you. You can reach us in real time. It's called BeTerrific.com/Slack. That's our Slack chat. And the best part about reaching us in real time with our Slack chat is you can converse with us and the rest of the Terrifics as this is going on and 24 hours a day. And when you do that, we will be able to stay in touch, keep the conversation going, and when we're on air, we'll ask your questions, sneak them on air, and read your comments as well. So keep them coming. It's a lot of fun. One thing I do want to mention at the top of the show is, look, I don't really care who runs for president, who doesn't, but I got to think that Donald Trump shot himself in the foot and effectively ended his campaign. And if he didn't, I hope he did. I hope that you realize that this man should not be running for president because not only is he clearly racist, not only has he said some horrible things, but he's also now attacking our troops and somebody who not only gave a lot to serve for this country, but nearly made the ultimate sacrifice in Senator John McCain, who then came back and ran for office and has served as a senator and run for president in the United States for many, many years. It's just unacceptable. Donald Trump has never, ever once served. His kids have never served, and he doesn't know what it's like to serve, nor do I. But I do understand what these troops go through, and I always say, no matter what, you have to support our troops, whether you agree with the war or not. They blindly defend our freedom, and I hope to be bringing you some amazing stories soon on some of what our troops have overcome and how they are now making positive impacts on society as they assimilate back into normal everyday life, even those who have had their lives changed forever due to injury in the war. We're talking with the Triumph Games about what they're doing, and that's going to be an amazing event in August 25th. I think it's the 22nd through the 25th, something like that. The Triumph Games, they're unbelievable, and basically they showcase the best of the best who have been injured at war, come back, and have learned how not only to deal with life, but have learned to survive with their injuries, and not only survive, but have overcome. It's a really amazing organization. I talked to Erica over there today, and it's a wonderful organization. I was put in touch with her through Captain Ben Harrow, and hopefully we'll tell his story here as well. I've told you that I played hockey with him growing up and went to high school with him, but this guy gave 2 limbs and several fingers so that we could have freedom. And, this is somebody Donald Trump would, for lack of a better term, crap all over. Donald Trump doesn't know anything. It's easy to sit in your ivory tower. And you know what? I think that what he says, he's clearly out of touch. He's clearly just lost his mind. And what he says shouldn't even dignify a response. So that's it. You won't hear another word about that. But I do say you do, and we do, have to support our troops through thick and thin and be proud of them for what they do to defend our freedom without asking for anything in return except a simple thank you. And they don't even ask for that, but it is our obligation to more than thank them. So hopefully you guys recognize that and cross Trump off the presidential candidates possibility list, even though I never thought he really had a shot. Anyway, so much cool stuff. We went to Cloud9 Exotics over the weekend, Greg and I, and that was a lot of fun. We're going to show you some images of that and footage probably tomorrow as we put it together. But Cloud9 Exotics was just a ton of fun. Michael and Alan and all those guys over there do such a great job. We did it a little bit in the rain, or it stopped raining, but we still had wet roads, and then they dried up a little. Porsche Turbo, Jaguar, we had Lambos, we had Corvettes, we had all sorts of stuff and a lot of fun. And then I think you might be surprised what Greg has to say after finally driving a Ferrari for the first time in his life. I don't know that he was that excited for it, so we'll see what he has to say after he drives it. We'll show you that footage either later today or tomorrow, and we'll talk all about Cloud9 Exotics. Tomorrow we've got a bat boy from the 1960s New York Yankees. We'll find out about Mickey Mantle and all that stuff. And you guys loved the bat boy we had in Luigi the Squeegee, who yesterday celebrated the 16th anniversary of David Cohn's perfect game. He warmed David Cohn up. You heard that story here. Michael Kay mentioned that on the broadcast. That was pretty cool. That got a lot of chatter. And of course, you liked a lot of our other stories, not only here, but on Facebook. So thank you. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Let me get to Briana Gardell. She's here. Her company is amazing. Goblies. They're paintballs that you can throw, so you don't have to shoot them at somebody. They don't hurt you, and they wash right out of your clothes. They're edible. So if your little kid, like my son Jack, gets them in his mouth, no big deal. It's not that you'd want to eat them, but you certainly can. And they're just a whole lot of fun. Plus, it's a science project and a lot of learning and education for kids.
Yep, that's correct, Michael. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. We met you at Toy Fair. At that point, we did an interview with you. You were a Lehigh student that went through their incubation program, that they really helped you become an entrepreneur, do some kind of science and technological project, and help you find outlets for funding. You had won an award. But you really couldn't say much because you were waiting for patents. But now we've got a product, a Kickstarter, and you can talk.
Yep, that's great.
That is great.
Yeah.
So welcome to the program. So we've got some here. Now, they're floating in water. Why?
They need to stay in water before you're using them, just to keep them hydrated. But you could take them out before you're ready to play with them and just throw them around.
Okay, so how long can I have them out of the water?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. And this is one of the little packets. You made it, basically what you sell on Kickstarter is this, and what else?
And the ingredients that you need to make them, including 3 different dyes, so you get red, yellow, and blue, so you can mix and create whatever color you want. So you can create pink or blue or orange and purple, so whatever your team color, your favorite color, anything you want.
And you can have a lot of good fun with this. So what you do is you buy this tray from you on Kickstarter, you get, and we'll talk about that later, you get the little the ingredients, and then you put it together and make it.
Yeah.
And what's involved in making it? How hard is it?
It's as easy as making pancakes. You just
that's hard for me, by the way.
It's hard. So you just fill up those trays with the color of your choice and powder, and you put those trays in the freezer. You wait an hour, and then you bring them back out, and you put them in a syrup that you create yourself, that's included in the kit, and then they form into the little Goblies that you could see here. They're little round membranes that are completely made out of natural materials, not latex or plastic.
How do I put them in the syrup? Like I take that, so I refrigerate it, or freeze it rather, and then I take it and the syrup goes in here too, or no? You
just pull it out, like you treat that as an ice tray.
Okay.
You put the syrup in a different bowl, and you just take those out and you dip them in the syrup, and then you take them out and you put them in water, and then they're ready to go.
Okay, and how long do they need to be in water?
You should keep them in water indefinitely until you're ready to play with them.
Okay, and you could make about 100 in 2 hours?
Yeah.
And so, like, if I want to have a bunch of kids over, maybe like 500 I need to make, do I need 10 hours really, or can I do them all multiple, like, can I just make multiples?
Well, you can make, I'm including 12 of the trays in the kit that's on Kickstarter. So that makes 108. So you get a little bit more.
So basically what you're saying is buy like 2 or 3 or 5 Kickstarter packages, you have enough.
Yeah.
But you got to clear out the freezer now.
Then you got to clear out the freezer a little bit. So we found that 12 is, and the trays are really small, so they were designed to be able to fit easily in a freezer and to have it easy for kids to hold it, and then you take a few out at a time. You make them, you make one tray, and then you pull out another one and just make another one. I like this a lot. This is very cool. And what kinds of things do the kids learn when they're doing this? So they can learn a lot about chemistry, mixing colors for little kids. You can have them, you know, mix red and yellow to make orange. So that's for like younger kids. But they learn about chemistry and polymers and everything like that, and how when different chemicals come together, they can create different reactions. How long did it take you to come up with this? Well, I started in October prototyping. It took me 26 prototypes to get it to do anything, that really just to get it to work. And then I've been working on it while in school that was focused on entrepreneurship full-time since then.
So you had to do a lot of stuff. You had to write a business plan. You had to go try and raise funding. You had to look to Kickstarter. You had to do promotional appearances, all this other stuff. So you learn a lot, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like you have to kind of be the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You probably know, as being an entrepreneur, you need to know enough to get you to the next level. So
sure.
you need to know enough about, I needed to know enough about patents to be able to communicate with a patent attorney. I needed to know enough about manufacturing to be able to make the trays, and just enough about, like, you just need to know enough to get you to the next level, and then know when to ask for help.
So let's say that I buy this and I use up all the materials that you've sent me on Kickstarter. What do I do after that? So
I'm providing refill kits on Kickstarter as well. So if you want to buy one kit and they're $8, you get material to make another 100 Goblies. But then after the Kickstarter is done, I'm planning on putting up, I have a website that you'll be able to buy refill materials, especially for the people who bought the Kickstarter that have the trays, and they are it's a very much reusable kit. What have the people who have used it said? Do they like it? Has the feedback been great? Yeah, I mean, the feedback, if anything, that's what keeps you going. So, the product wouldn't be where it is today without feedback from the classmates in the beginning, be like, oh my, like, you should just do this, this is great. But I think my favorite feedback so far has been, I had 4 or 5 kids at someone's house, and a little kid, after they were all done, I had about 200. Little kid ran to my bag and was like, you know, are there more? Like, just looking for more, and be like, you know, can you go to your house and get more? Like, so that was just like, you know, little kids are so honest, so that's the best feedback to get. And what about your friends and stuff who made the Kickstarter video with you? I imagine you guys had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, those were actually a lot of my younger sister's friends who's in the video, because I felt that they had a good chemistry together, and then I was able to be behind the scenes shooting everything. So, but they, you know, they had a lot of fun? Yeah, as they're 18, 19-year-olds. So. We went out earlier in the day and shot some stuff. I think we could really show off some stuff that we shot, which would be fun. Do you want to do that? Should we show off some stuff? We could talk over it, I think. Greg, is that correct?
I don't know about talking over it, because there is audio on a few of these.
There is. So let's play a couple with audio and then take it from there and see what we got. It was my idea, let's take a baseball bat out. We have this thing that we use for destroying things. It's called baseball bat. And let's see if we could get you wet by having you pitch to us. And then we played a little game, kind of like, you know, I'll hide behind this and throw it at you, and all that stuff. And I think that you can be really creative with the kinds of games you can play with it. So here's some stuff. Let's see what we've got. Some might have audio, some might not. We'll talk over what doesn't.
Oh, not even close. Oh, I connected good on that one.
Touch it.
Ready, Brianna?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I think I just tagged the camera pretty hard. Some of these were shot in slow-mo, by the way, on the iPhone, but I don't know that they came into the system in slow-mo.
Go in the backyard, have some fun.
I mean, a lot of people have been playing it like water balloons. Like, you can make up your own game. Like, oh, like you gotta like hide behind things. And
that's what I was thinking. Like, we've got all these cars, we could hide behind. We'll take four. You have 3 or 4, 4 each, and we're gonna hide a little bit, and then we'll say go, and we'll see who winds up with the most paintballs on. These are pretty cool. You can.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, we got some clips there. I think we're going to see some more too. I think the slow-mo might not have worked on the iPhone as well as we would have liked, and I think that but we do have some clips that are in slow-mo. We'll have to put some of those up on BeTerrific.com. It was a lot of fun. I have to say. I didn't really, you are the worst for wear, but it's not because I hit it back to you, which I thought I could like hit this back somehow and prevent it from exploding before that. Instead, it's because I chased you down and threw them at you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really fun. We got some good shots of that.
Yes, absolutely. I find it funny that you invented it and you don't have the best strategy for like throwing it and hiding and stuff like that. I would think that at this point you'd have so much practice, it'd be almost impossible to get you.
To get the aim right?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that just doesn't take an arm to make that.
You first were looking at, the idea of like reverse engineering balloons, how balloons are made. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that was the homework assignment that inspired me to even think of this idea. So in the technical entrepreneurship program that I was in, we have very open-ended assignments. So one of them was to just use a manufacturing technique and do something with it. So I ended up using blow molding, which is how they make balloons, and that turned, through the creative process, that turned into an egg, and then the egg turned into how do I make a yolk? And then I was like, well, how can I make this yolk into a paintball? It was a very, one of those long-winded creative processes that just kind of make you think of something.
Wow, very, very cool, very interesting. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more with Briana Gardell, and we'll talk about Goblies and a whole lot more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this. Rode microphones are the official microphones of BeTerrific. Find out more at rodemic.com. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for joining us. You're the Terrifics, and this is BeTerrific. You make BeTerrific special. Thanks so much for joining us. I am so excited today. We got Briana Gardell in here. She's got Goblies. They're paintballs that you can throw. You can have a lot of fun with. It's just good stuff.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, another good feature about them is that they're not sticky at all like you would imagine a paintball to be. They're made out of colored powder. So when you get hit by them, you just, it hits you, it creates a colorful splat, but you don't have that sticky residue feeling.
I think that that's a good thing. I actually meant to say something about that before, is that they're not sticky in your hand, they're not sticky. My hand, I just had this one in my hand. This is a blue one, I guess. And my hand's not sticky at all, even though it's, I think I punctured it a little. And I've got some of the juice on my hand now. What would you call it? The juice, is that what you would say?
I don't know, I call it wet powder kind of thing. It's like a wet powder water mixture.
A wet powder water mixture.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or the paint.
Maybe you should coin the name, the Goblies juice inside.
Goblies juice. There you go. The Goblies juice inside. That's very special stuff. I don't know. That's it's cool stuff. All right, so they sit in this water. You make them yourself. It doesn't take very long to make them, about 2 hours. And you can make about 100 if you do the Kickstarter. Go to Goblies.com, is that what the deal is?
Yeah, Goblies.com, and then that links directly to the Kickstarter. So that's where you could see a video of the products.
Well, we've got some videos.
Yeah.
Should we show them yet? No, we shouldn't show them yet.
Yeah.
We've got some videos of me chasing you down. We're going to have to get to those in a few minutes.
Yeah.
I want to get everybody amped up for us. So we want people to go to Goblies.com, G-O-B-L-I-E-S, right?
G-O-B-L-I-E-S, yes.
G-O-B-L-I-E-S, Goblies.com. And what they can do there is they can go to the Kickstarter, and they can not only buy these, but they can support you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. I know my son would love this. I invited him down here today, but he was busy. Yeah, he's 2. He's seeing this girl named Maya. He had to have a play date with Maya. He didn't want to leave Maya's side to come down and play with Goblies. Oh. Maybe if we had sent some Goblies to him, that would have worked. Yeah,
showed him some of that cool video that we got.
He would love these, though. I think all kids would love them. I could imagine running around the pool forever playing with them. Did I just pop it? No, I didn't. I'm so tempted to throw this at you right now, but I won't do it.
Yeah, I wish you could throw it in the studio.
Yeah, and I don't want to throw it at the studio either. If I miss, we'll have to clean the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too nice, would it?
Well, it's an attack of New York.
Oh, that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah.
So, but they're cool. You just make them like this on the trays. They're easy to make.
Yeah, they're super easy. I mean, and they're fun too because you get to see the membrane form. It's not just like a water balloon where everything is super tedious.
Sure.
It's got that wow factor too, and it's like you kind of feel like a cool little chemist when you're putting them together.
You should like include like beakers or something to mix the stuff. Do you do that, or what are those called? Are they beakers?
Yeah.
No, those little test tubes.
Yeah, the test tubes or beakers or everything. Yeah. Well, most of the materials are just dry materials. So
yeah, but it would be fun to have them in test tubes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in the...
You should include the test tubes. This should be the ultimate package. Ready? You get the test tubes, the beakers, you get the wireframe, you get the glasses, and the lab coat. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. And that's, how much is one tray of these?
Well, the kit is, that allows you to make 100 is $24 on Kickstarter, including free shipping. But you could also get price discounts if you buy more than one because of the Kickstarter.
Sure. Special
if you spend more, then you'll get more kits. So $40 for 2, $54 for 3, and then $80 for 5.
Okay, so how about $250? Get the test tubes, and the beakers, and the glasses, and the coat.
I mean, that would be really fun. So maybe I got to do that in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it would come in like a big box. You know, I'm thinking the kids would have a lot of fun with that.
You can also use the lab coat as like kind of your white,
shield.
Yeah, like your white jacket, like so that you can see all the Gobley hits and everything.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. See, or it could turn into a cape or something, or like
ooh,
you know.
I like that. Yeah, the sleeves could like fold back into a cape. You could be Gobley man.
Yeah, I mean.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to get the Kickstarter to be successful first.
We got to get the Kickstarter to be successful. It's already it's over halfway there.
Yes, yeah. It ends on July 30th.
So everybody, would you get your stuff together and go to goblies.com and help out Briana. She's a fine young lady. She's a student, graduated from the University of Lehigh, wonderful school. She's doing all this hard work. What was the biggest lesson you learned out of all this?
I mean, to just talk to customers.
Yeah.
Talk to customers on every single level. Like, show them, it's very easy to be reserved as an entrepreneur and not want to talk about your product or not want to share with everyone. So if, just showing people the product early and often was something that was very key. And it didn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be like a big study group, just showing like your classmates or someone that can give you a little insight that maybe you haven't seen.
I can't believe you've re-engineered the balloon. Now, how big can you make these? Can we make bigger ones?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of people have been asking for bigger ones. So right now, it's limited to the size of the tray, but you can make a bigger tray. That's not the problem. And I have made bigger ones, but just because to hold all the materials, like I found that these smaller ones, that the membrane is just the right thickness and just the like durability.
What about a slingshot? I feel like we could get a slingshot going. Maybe we need the $500 package to include a slingshot.
Yeah, actually, because I won the Eureka competition, I had the opportunity to get 2 undergraduate teams to work with me on future iterations of the product, a lot what you're talking about. So one of the teams was working on a slingshot, and they tried a slingshot. They're trying kind of like a trebuchet, and
I like the baseball bat idea. That didn't really work out so well, though. I got more wet than you did. Yeah,
so maybe if that's the goal, then that's fine. Like, if the goal is for you to get splattered.
Greg, by the way, hit in the eye. Greg, how did that work out? I mean, you're fine, right? I was really nervous. I felt terrible about that. Actually, you look great. You're in a BeTerrific t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it was painful for a second, but not because of the fluid.
Right. So it's just because something hit your eye.
Yeah, the impact itself.
Were you upset with that? Seriously?
No, I really wasn't.
Where's the Greg camera, by the way? Why are you not on the Greg camera?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know where it went to.
Maybe we'll trip the intro instead. Oh man.
Today is just not my day.
Today is not your day. I think it's that I hit him in the eye. He's having trouble seeing.
I was.
Were you nervous at all when I hit him in the eye? I felt bad. I felt really seriously bad.
I mean, I've got hit in the eye a lot of times.
You have?
Yeah, so it's not,
You're like a trooper. You're not afraid of anything. You're like, here, I'll lay down on the ground, throw it at me.
Yeah.
You're like, throw it at the phone, because we shot it with a phone with a life-proof case on it so we don't ruin cameras.
Yeah, so I mean, I've had enough fights with them.
Do we have that clip, by the way?
Of me getting hit?
No. Do we have the clip with her and I chasing each other and stuff?
We do.
Are we ready to play it? If we're not ready to play it, it's okay.
No,
we can play it later.
1 second.
We can just tease it now. It's an amazing clip.
Yeah, I do.
You're pretty good, believe it or not. It only took you 4 tries to hit me, right?
Yeah, but when you're running around, it's a little, you gotta,
That's why I'm
stop.
saying you need 500 to start. Like,
Yeah.
is there a satchel I can put them in so I can reload and run around? There's got to be some way to carry them where they don't break.
Yeah, that's definitely like a future iteration of the product. For right now, you can hold a couple in your hands, like kind of have a base
Right.
that you can run back to, especially if you're on teams, like you just have like a base that you run back to.
Now, would you, in your ideal game, or do you have to set up a game? Like, is there a game on the box that explains, like, this is what you have to do?
I mean, most people tend to gravitate towards like how you'd play with a water balloon.
Sure.
Just like, hit the opponent. Set
But
up
in
teams.
paintball, you have to capture a flag, usually, and
Yeah.
and you get out if you get hit. You can't just be hit, 20 times. But I think in this thing, you should be able to be hit a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the best things about a product is that it's versatile for what you want to do with it.
That's true.
So, especially with the whole trends in toys now, it is more about open-ended play. So, I'd rather not define like what you could, like you could just, set them up on the ground and stomp on them and be like, that's the game. Like whoever stomps on the opponent's like most Goblies, then they win. Like you can make it so that if you get hit, you win, or something like that. So
okay, we had some fun out there. We played baseball with it. That didn't work. Then we like threw them at each other. Greg, are we ready to roll that clip?
Yes, sir.
All right, check this out.
You take four, you have 3 or 4 each, and we're gonna hide a little bit, and then we'll say go, and we'll see who winds up with the most paintballs on them at the end, all right?
All right.
These are pretty cool. You can see they live in my hands, so they're fine. This is all good. And the best part is
There's
you
audio
can
to
eat
this.
these. Should I eat one later? Test it?
I have.
You have.
I don't suggest it because
It doesn't taste good,
No,
but
not at all.
it's okay if my son Jack gets this in his mouth. Will this protect me from the sunburn I'm getting now? Okay.
Nah.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna 10 seconds to run wherever we want, and
Okay.
then it goes. Ready?
Okay, all right.
No, 5 seconds.
All right.
10 is too many. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you missed. Oh. Now it's like dodgeball. Did I get her? Oh, she got me in the back. She got 1, so all I need is 2. Oh! Oh! Last one? Oh! That's a lot of fun. You can like hide behind the cars and stuff. I think the best part is the phone case is like colorful now.
It creates like cool little splatters.
Yeah. I wonder if you could.
Sidewalks.
You know, it'd be cool if you made it with if you made an option with tie-dye in it, so you could tie-dye shirts like this. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
This is pretty fun though.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let's head to the studio and have some more fun.
I like the. That was a lot of fun. First of all, I like the slow-mo we have of that. So we have to put that up in slow-mo because that was all shot in high speed with the iPhone, and you can see the actual Goblies fly through the air. The one, you don't see me throw it, you just see my arm. The one where I'm on the run and I hit you and it hits your butt is like, it was like, I was like Brett Favre. That was my Brett Favre moment. I was, running downfield and threw a pass and completed the pass. That's basically what happened. It was a great feeling. And then there's another one that just explodes in midair. Yeah. And then the other one, I hit you in the back. And the reaction by me in slow-mo is just amazing.
Yeah, you turn around, arms up, everything.
Yeah, I will say this. It was a lot of fun. It's much better in slow-mo to watch it back, but there should be you should always have a camera on this stuff. It's a lot of fun. And it's great on a hot summer day. Like, it was boiling today, and I felt nice and cool while I was running around doing this.
Yeah, I mean, they're mostly water, so it is a very much summertime activity, and you know, that's the best thing to hear in the world, that it makes you happy to throw them, because you know, that's the point of the product, just kind of make you laugh and like get outside and have some fun.
I don't know why I laughed so hard. Like, what made it? It just is fun. I will say this. My strategy was to get you to basically have no bullets left, to have none left, and so that I could just take advantage of that. And I think I had
won that.
I think I had 3 left when you had none left, and then that just basically made you my prey.
Yeah, but then I can run.
Right, but I can throw. That's the thing.
I didn't have a good strategy.
I mean, you could ask Greg. My accuracy is pretty good. I mean, he was holding the phone here. I just went over the phone and hit him in the eye. It wasn't. I mean, Greg, it's pretty good accuracy.
I mean, it was close enough, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, this little thing. So you're giving me a target that's a whole back. I'm going to hit you somewhere.
I guess. Oh well.
The only one I missed you with was the one that. The only one I missed you with was the one that evaporated in the air.
Yeah. Well, that was fun to watch too. So.
Yeah, that was, especially in slow mo. That like.
Yeah.
We have to get
like
that
popped.
Yeah. What happened there? Did I squeeze it too hard as I was throwing it?
I mean, you know, if it, you know, just the force sometimes.
Sure.
Like,
oh
you know,
yeah, I did throw it really hard.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like
the resistance
up.
in the air made it explode. Yeah. That's pretty
just
cool.
Like, you know, holding it, but like, you know, you can get it. You can throw them pretty far and, you know, hit and explode.
So if I go on Kickstarter and I buy these, how quickly can I get them? Because I want to have these fights every day. Can we do this, Greg? Would you do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would chase. We could chase each other around.
Yeah, I mean,
and we would get Adam involved.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get revenge for the eye shot.
I feel really bad. I did say, are we wearing safety goggles? I did ask that.
Yeah.
We have them here, by the way.
There's no time for safety goggles.
There's plenty of time. We have them here.
No.
You love this thing. I mean, it's got to be the most fun in the world to have this be your career now.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps, just like having a super fun product that people want to talk about and to, you know, play with.
So let's say you raise $20,000 on Kickstarter. You're looking for 8, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you raise $20,000. What's the next step? How do you take the business to the next level? I mean, you need so many things, right? You need some marketing. You need to get the manufacturing now. You need to get it in stores, I would imagine. There's a lot of things. You need to be able to draw a salary. Otherwise, you're, I imagine, going to be working in a mailroom.
Yeah, well, first after
you're way too smart to be working in a mailroom. I'm totally kidding. You didn't even laugh. You were like, yeah, could be the mailroom.
No.
You never know.
No, I definitely, I mean.
If you worked in a mailroom, rest assured you would find a new way to seal envelopes.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah. Like, that's how it works. But you got to have that, like, mindset. But so the plan is, like, once the Kickstarter is successful, I really made it my goal to allow the backers and like the believers of the product, because that's what Kickstarter is all about. So like, you're backing the entrepreneur as well as the product, and you want the product, and that's what you're buying, to get the product this summer, because by the time next summer rolls around, I want these in stores. So the way the timeline worked out is that I can deliver them after the Kickstarter ends in August. So I have a small batch that's going right now with the trays. And that, you know, that's the most production that I have to do besides packaging all the materials. So the early backers are getting them in August, and then I also have, once the August backers are done, delivering them in September. So after August and September, so if it blew up to 20,000, then I'd be delivering for the next 2 months in August and September. And while I'm doing that, talk to retailers, get in front of them, show them the product, and then...
So you're a busy girl. Are you already taking meetings?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I mean, were you always inventive as a kid? Were you like, hey, Mom, I don't want to just bake something. I want to invent something. Were you like always playing around?
I was always entrepreneurial in a way, like setting up, like in 7th grade, I like made a holiday babysitting thing so that parents can go like buy toys for Christmas or whatever.
That's a great idea too.
So
I think you're born being an entrepreneur. I really do. I think it's something that you are just born with.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people really just have the drive in them to like do different things and like try different things. So I think there is like something in your personality that like makes you go and do this stuff. But at the same time, like I think I've also had a lot of education with entrepreneurship since like I wrote my first business plan freshman year of high school.
What was that for?
That was for an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
So, nothing.
What made you come up with that idea?
Well, I was in a specialized business program, so we learned, different things, and this was just the intro class, and we had to write a business plan. You had to pick something. I mean, a lot of people did like, not product based at that time, but I'm really glad I did a restaurant, because I think for your first business plan, or at least what you're practicing, learning entrepreneurship, it should be something that you know and understand. There's so many things that are unpredictable about a product, and you don't know if it's going to work or how much this is going to cost.
So you know about Italian restaurants by your family members own one, or you just eat at them a lot?
No, just knowing that like you're exposed to restaurants. Like, sure. I didn't have any family members that had restaurants. I just, it helps, like, okay, that you need to order food and like how the business is going to work.
So what's
like,
a business plan for a restaurant like? I can't even imagine that, because to me, like, wow, I don't even think a restaurant needs a business plan, but I guess they do.
I mean, I would say the financial side alone, making sure that you have enough cash to
buy the
get
food.
You going.
Yeah,
to keep
and pay
going.
the waiters.
Yeah, for months. And what's your projection?
And so then from there, what was your next business plan?
From there, senior year, I was always kind of thinking of ideas, like, especially, that's what, I feel like entrepreneurship was my hobby in a lot of ways through high school, just like, I'm going to think of this and research this, and like, but then the next like formal business plan was a bakery that you could like do creative things and like decorate your cupcakes on the side. Like,
I knew there was a bakery, Greg. You see that? I knew. I said she's not going to just eat cupcakes, right?
You did. You nailed it.
I did nail it.
Yeah, I mean, that another like pretty. I mean, that had like the creative spin, like you decorate your own cupcakes, kind of like a color.
Like a Build-A-Bear for cupcakes.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good idea.
I mean, like it's not.
Imagine I go in there and I'm going to your house and I need to bring something, and I put like a B on one and an R on another. Yeah, that's not so creative. That's about my creativity. But I could bring you a thing full of cupcakes that I custom made on my way to your house.
Yeah, like so it just, but that was another like business plan that you kind of get what goes into it.
Yeah,
like
make a cake.
Yeah, like just,
Is that the name of the place? I like that name.
No, it was called Whipped.
Whipped.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that was, another business plan that I had to go through that wasn't, like, I wasn't realistically, like, that, my first one was 14, next one, like, 17, 18, so, like, I wasn't planning on going and starting a bakery, but going through the process of figuring out, the financials and, like, kind of, like, getting into it without, like, taking the actual financial risk, like,
I like that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And then what about for fun? What do you do for fun?
I like kind of creative stuff. Like the best day for me would be like going to like one of those like paint stores that you just like get some paint and like either paint like a ceramic or like a canvas. Not like to be good at it, just to like do something. Like just like kind of like at Lehigh we had this thing every Friday where you get like a craft and you just make it. I like those kind of things. It's relaxing. And I'm also into like a lot of stand-up comedy and things like that. I was comedy director at Lehigh, and then I went on to like run the club that like did all the entertainment events. So like I liked running those things, and I just love watching stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Stand-up's awesome. I actually like stand-up. Who's your favorite comic?
Amy Schumer.
You like Amy?
Yeah, but I got to see Amy way before she was popular around my hometown, so I was really happy about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
very nice. Yeah. And then as a kid, you weren't so much into sports. I know that from talking to you when we were out there.
Yeah.
But what did you do as a kid? Like, what were your hobbies?
I don't like just like kind of like crafty kind of things. Mm-hmm. I did. Yeah, like I just was into crafts, and like high school I was into like public speaking and like that kind of club. But I guess my mom did find a couple weeks ago, like when we were moving out of my childhood home, a thing that said like 100 things that I want to do this summer. And when you were mentioning like, oh, like were you inventive? Like one of my things was like figure out a new way to create an umbrella. So I don't remember thinking that, but I guess I did think a lot that way.
That's pretty interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Greg, do you have some more clips we can roll? Is there something we can roll?
I mean, I think people need to see the aftermath.
You want to see the aftermath, is what you want to show?
I think so.
I mean, is there one more we should show before the aftermath, or you think just get to the aftermath?
No, let me see. Let me see.
You look good in that BeTerrific T-shirt. I wish we could show that on air.
Thank you. No, we can.
Look at that.
It's all right.
Yeah. What do you mean it's all right? Turn around. Let everybody see the back.
Short. That's the problem.
Well, it was shrunk. You had to wear it because your shirt got all messed up, but it was shrunk. Clearly. I don't know. The place I got the T-shirts from, they all shrank.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? All right.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? You want to show the aftermath, Greg?
I want to show the aftermath.
Let's show the
I
carnage.
think people need to see what happened to you guys.
All right. So here's the aftermath. I wish we could. Now I want to throw more. So that's me, and you can see the speckles. That's really from the baseball bat. My face is all blue though. That's, you know. And then here you go. That's where Brienne got me good. It looks like I got hit by an egg. It doesn't smell, though. That's the cool thing. And then here's Brianna. And you can see she's just covered. And that's the front. She's laughing. And there's the back. Yeah, that's the one I got her on the run. It's pretty cool. How hard is it to wash out? Is just throw the stuff in the wash?
Yeah, I mean, the
you throw it separately in the wash?
I mean, you don't have to.
If I want my underwear to be white, I should throw it separately in the wash, or it's okay, it won't make my underwear blue?
I would avoid white things just because that's normal, but...
I don't know how to wash anything, by the way. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, the dye that I picked is not actually like a liquid dye. It's powder, so they're pigments, so they're not actually water soluble. So it technically can't dye anything. It can't dye anything. But I'm recommending that people wear play clothes just because it will come out of jeans and things like that. But
well, why take the chance?
Yeah, why take the chance? And also, like, you know, because they're pigments, they could get ingrained in certain fabrics and things like that. But I've worn the same like jeans and especially darker T-shirts. They shouldn't have any problems with. It's just the recommendation is to wear play clothes and
you know what I want to do? I want to get like a laser pointer, and I want to put the laser pointer on you and then throw where the laser pointer is, so I have like a laser accuracy. I don't know why.
That would be pretty good. I mean, yeah, no, it's hard enough to hit the phone.
It is hard. It's hard. It's challenging. It's fun. I did miss you once.
Yeah, once.
Once.
Yeah.
But they don't hurt at all.
No,
I mean, that's the
really
best part, is you could just go to town with them.
Yeah, I mean, even for little kids, like that. One of the moms that I interviewed was like, you know, usually someone complains that something hurts.
Even like, Greg didn't complain when I hit him in the eye.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Yeah. Well, I have a really good camera shots on my Kickstarter video that I threw at a glass panel in front of the camera. So
yes,
those should, you know, you
why
can
didn't we
check
think
those
of
out.
that today? We could have done that. That would have been good. Glass panel. All right, why don't we take one more break? When we come back, we'll wrap this up real quick. How's that sound?
Good, yeah.
I love it. That's Briana Gardell. I'm Michael Artsis. This is the Michael Artsis Show. We'll be back right after this. Rode microphones are the official microphones of BeTerrific. Find out more at rodemic.com. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. So Greg and I went racing this weekend, and this is the one he drove, and this is the one I drove, and he won. These are the Wowie Revs. They're pretty awesome. We did happen to play with these this weekend. We had a lot of fun with them. Did we not, Greg?
We did.
And who won, in all fairness?
I won.
You did?
Yeah.
That's because you're better. Because you're a gamer.
I don't know if it's that. I think I picked up on the handling quicker than you did.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun, though. The Wowie Revs, I got to get Jack back on them. You got to get your kids on them. Well, we pre-ordered them, so we're all set, but everybody else can still pre-order them. Target.com, look up Wow We Rev. You can get 2 cars for $100, and you can then order the ramp if you want. That's $40. So they're pretty awesome. They're pretty freaking awesome. They're a lot of fun. It combines a video game and RC racing and puts the best technologies of both together. It's got an AI platform that's unbelievable. Artificial intelligence. Yes, you heard me right. AI in your little video game. 2 cars for $100. How about that? Your 2 kids can play against each other. Your kid and his friend can play against each other. Or, better yet, your kid can play themselves with the AI. But like Greg and I, we just play with each other or ourselves. And I haven't even let Jack play with it except for once because it's so awesome. That's how awesome they are. I brought them here to hide them from him. I should bring them home, though. I think I should play with him a little with them. And then I could bring them over to your place, and your kids could play with them. Yep. And then we could wait for our pre-orders to arrive.
That would be nice. I'd like to take them home, if you'd let me.
Yeah, we'll have to make that happen. You like how he asks on air, so I can't say no, because if I do, I look like a jerk?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you could, don't bring him back. You know, because I'm actually a germaphobe.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. He's good. He can bring them back, and he can take them. Then I'll be paranoid that they'll get broken. But they're not. They're indestructible. So really, why can't he take them home? He could take them home. You want to race?
Sure.
You do. You like this?
Yeah.
It's cool. They're the Wowie Revs. Wowie Rev, and you can go to wowie.com, but you go to target.com, Wowie Rev, and you put that in the search, and then you buy them. All right, so that's Briana Gardell. She's from Goblies. Goblies hopefully will be in Target one day soon, and all sorts of other great retailers. But right now, go to goblies.com. Jump on that Kickstarter. You can get 100 for $24. You make them yourself. So it's like a really cool science project you do with your kids where they learn. And then you can buy refills. You can do all sorts of other things. And you can have a lot of fun. It's really endless fun because you can keep making them.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main reasons I made it into a kit, just because then you could pick your colors, you could mix the colors, you could make 50 blue, 50 like pink or green, so like and they're really fun to make. Yeah. So it's not just a tedious process.
It's not a tedious process from what I've seen. I watched the Kickstarter video. It looks pretty easy. And you told me that it's pretty easy. I, can't do anything, so this is impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah, I feel like I could make these for Jack, and we could have fun with them. And they don't hurt, and you could like really peg them at somebody, and they really don't hurt. Yeah,
that was really up there as like top priority to like as a characteristic. One, to make them not hurt, but then also to eliminate the need to like pick up the little pieces outside afterwards. So the whole membrane is made from biodegradable natural material. So
you just walk away.
Yeah, you just walk away, and you don't have to worry about making sure like an animal eats it or anything. Like it's completely made out of natural material.
Right. I mean, I could eat that.
Yeah.
You've eaten some.
Yeah, I've eaten some.
Why?
Well, one, I did it before my the video I had to make for the competition. I decided not to put that in the video, but I have eaten one to prove that it was edible. But now back then I was using just food coloring. Yeah. Now I wouldn't really recommend it because I'm using cosmetic-based dyes, but that it's still edible.
It's all FDA like edible stuff. Yeah. So I mean, your kid gets it in their mouth is really what you're worried about.
Yeah, or like fine. A pet or anything like that.
Yeah, a pet. I could see the dog licking it up off the backyard.
Yeah, something like that.
Or the driveway.
Yeah, so it's very important to make everything.
I think you need like scorecards. You need like targets. You need like target practice. You need shields. All sorts of cool stuff that you could add on to this to make it even more fun.
Yeah, I mean, the future is definitely a lot of accessories like that, like the slingshot.
I mean, you don't need any of it. You can just have fun. But the reality is, if you add all these things, I'm just thinking of upselling everybody.
Add the fries and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, add the fries. Like when Mariano Rivera wants nuggets, you can't just get nuggets. You got to get the meal, the fries and the Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go out and close the game, pitch 8 scoreless, 2 innings in the 8th and 9th. Pitch 2 to 6 batters, scoreless.
Yeah, you couldn't do that without the fries.
without the fries, he would have just been a McNugget man,
Yeah.
and it definitely would have been 2 hits.
Yeah, that's it. So.
I'm glad you watch our videos though, and you know that stuff.
Yeah.
But this is very, very cool stuff. So Goblies.com.
Yeah, Goblies.
I think you have like a really bright career ahead of you because you think different, and it's interesting, and you take like simple ideas. Your umbrella idea when you were a kid, hey, why don't I start not a babysitting like one-on-one. I'm going to take like 10 kids at one time and let all these parents go holiday shopping. It's going to make it cheaper for the parents and affordable, and then also you're managing 10 kids at one time, so you're taking in 10 times the amount of money. It's a brilliant business plan. And I like that cupcake thing. It was called Whipped.
Yeah. I mean,
like
that was back when I was in high school, so, you know, since that, I mean, but that experience, I mean, even through Lehigh, I did the entrepreneurship minor, and then now I have a master's that's literally in entrepreneurship. So that, all of those experiences really brought me to where I am now.
What's next for Goblies?
Well, one, get the Kickstarter successful, and then get it into retail stores. And I mean, the best thing about the product is like I have people, they like it. Like you had fun today, and I have customers that want it. So my goal is to turn it into something.
You just need more customers to know about it, basically. All right, so on Kickstarter, you're going to go to Goblies.com, you're going to support her on Kickstarter, make sure she's already at 5,000, she's looking for 8,000. Let's get her to 25,000. How about that?
I mean, I'll deliver. I got it like ready
25,000, and you can have it by August, September at the latest, and you'll have lots of fun in the backyard for Goblies. Okay, so Goblies.com, help her out. Look at this. She's a wonderful young lady, and she's going to help employ a lot of Americans as she builds a company. How about that?
Yeah.
Entrepreneur spirit, entrepreneurism, that's how America was created, that's how America grows. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay, and then everybody's going to go to Goblies.com. And what's next for you? What is it? Are you going to ride this into the sunset, or are you going to build on this? And is Goblies going to become a toy company, or are you going to work on other genres?
Well, I want to first like get this product under wraps, like work out all like the supply chain, getting into
retail. So your
retail.
focus is 100% on Goblies?
Yeah, for right now, but there's a lot more things I want to do with it besides just bring it to retail, like bring it to events. I want to extend what I can do with this product, but I also have a few other products that would expand my, product selection. So as soon as I have, get this one in the door and then start bringing
What
other
if you put
products
Kool-Aid
out.
in here and these were like Kool-Aid shots or something? Would that be good, or would that be too sticky? I mean, because then the kids are like licking their arms or something.
I mean, that would work. That would totally work. So it might, it might be a little weird it might be like a really weird bubble.
See like a bunch of kids like walking down the street like, that would be weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, then you'd be sticky.
You would definitely be sticky.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it. It's like eating that big cotton candy at the ball game. It gets all over your face, but you just ate a big cotton candy at a ball game. What's so bad about that?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I could make them smell differently and things like that.
No, they smell great. They don't smell at all.
Yeah.
Oh, but I bet you if you made them smell like farts, they'd be very successful. And that would be a good game. Greg, would that not be a good game? If she made them smell like farts, seriously, okay, you wouldn't want me to hit you. You would do anything to not get hit by them. So it makes it it takes the intensity up a level.
I mean, who wants to smell like farts, man? I wouldn't.
Exactly my point.
It ups the ante.
Exactly, it ups the ante. Do you like that idea?
I don't know, but there are
You
those,
can call
like,
them poopalies.
there are those, like, I don't know, like weird jelly beans that taste like different things. So who wants to eat those? But the kids love those. So
all right. So what if you made them smell, instead of like farts, you made them smell like bananas? Nobody wants to walk around smelling like bananas anyway.
Like
it's not the worst smell in the world, but you don't want to walk around. So I think you got to have some skin in the game there, right?
Or like a rotten tomato kind of, like, oh, you're throwing tomatoes at,
Yeah.
like something like that. Maybe it smells like, but yeah, right now they don't.
This is like
smell
a
at
think
all.
tank right here.
Yeah, like there's.
Greg, you got any ideas? You want to throw some things out?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. My brain is shot.
His brain is shot today. His brain seeped out when he drove over the weekend, Cloud9 Exotics. You would not believe this guy. In the rain, he's driving like a maniac. I had the Porsche Turbo nearly sideways in the rain. Yeah. I was timid because I I know what that thing can do, and in the rain, I was like, it's wet. I don't want to be the jerk that spins the car around.
Did you at least have like a nice track?
It was a great track. We should show you some footage. All right,
Yeah,
we'll show you footage tomorrow. You're going to have to watch tomorrow. You're going to watch?
Yeah, I'll watch.
She's going to watch tomorrow. She's one of the Terrifics now. She's official. She's one of the Terrifics. Briana Gardell, thank you so much for coming in. Goblies.com. Goblies.com. Goblies.com.
Yep.
It doesn't get simpler than that. It doesn't get easier than that. Go to the Kickstarter, order them. $8 for a tray, right? Or whatever. And your cheapest order is $8, and then you could buy 100 for $24.
Yeah, so 24 is the base amount to get the whole kit with the ingredients, the trays, and everything you need. But if you want refill kits, you can add $8. So then from there on out, you just have to buy the $8 refill pack to get the
And you can get 100 for $8 if you do the refill pack.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And then you could just have hours and hours of fun.
Yeah.
I could see running around the pool and throwing these. And what happens if they fall in the pool? Do they stay like this? So you could just pull them out of the pool? You could do it in the pool? Can you do it in the pool?
I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to get any, you wouldn't see the color because as soon as you jump in, it's going to wash off so easily. But it's just, since it's just powder, it's not going to hurt the pool. You know, it's not like.
Yeah, the filters will like take it up.
Yeah, it's like getting dirt in your pool or whatever.
Oh, we could have so much fun with this stuff. I think you could, what about hitting unsuspecting people with it? That's not that good.
Pegging passers-by?
Yeah, just pegging people.
Yeah,
I don't know, because it's okay. Just wash your shirt.
I mean, if you would do that with water balloons, you know what I mean?
Oh, you don't want to know what I would do when I was a kid. Yeah, this could be trouble. All right, she's Briana Gardell. I'm Michael Artsis. He's Greg. This is the Michael Artsis Show. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Thanks so much for watching. We'll have the Yankees bat boy from the 1960s. His name is Anthony on tomorrow. We'll be talking about Mickey Mantle and a whole lot more. And, of course, we'll take you to Cloud 9 Exotics to see the cars, the action, the fun that Greg and I had. We'll break it down, what we did on the track. Greg, real quick, have you made a decision with the Corvette?
I haven't.
I
still haven't. I'm still torn because you know what? I got to drive the C7 while we were there, and that was a good time. It was a really good time. The car handled really well.
You know what I think about it? I was thinking about this. The interior is so much nicer on the C7. The car looks so much nicer. And the way that it's positioned towards the driver, the little screen and everything, man, the C6 just doesn't seem that nice.
It doesn't, and that's the problem I'm having. I went to go take a look at something.
I think it's either you do the C7 or you wait. But I know that, the C7's expensive. It's out now. You got the family and the whole deal. I know you got a tough decision to make. I think you should do what is right for you and for your family, and keeps Heather happy. But I will say you should do what's right. But I think that you should. Personally, I've already told you what I think about the Camaro. If you're absolutely going to get rid of the Camaro, I think you should hang on for a C7 when the timing's right, get a C7, and hang on to the Camaro till then. But I do think the Camaro's an awesome car. You should keep that. He's got a Camaro.
Really?
Yeah. You like that? You're not a car chick.
No. You're
not into cars at all. What do you drive?
Chevy Impala.
That's a cool car. You could pull Greg over for speeding. What color is it?
Tan.
You could be an unmarked car. If she pulled you over, would you get upset? Would you think it was real? Like, we'd just put a red light on her car?
I don't pull over for undercovers anyway.
Oh, man. And you're not into cars at all? You know what the Camaro is?
No. I probably couldn't point one out. No.
Corvette? Ferrari? Porsche?
I mean, they got maybe a Porsche, to recognize it because they have such a distinct kind of.
All right. Well, tomorrow's show, after tomorrow's show, you'll know. You'll know them all. How's that sound?
All right.
Probably
a good thing to know.
You'll know them all because they've all looked the same for 40 years.
That's true. They don't. The nicer the car, the less they change.
Yeah. For the most part.
Oh wow.
I know that. See, I know one thing.
Wow, you guys are harsh. You're harsh. I don't think the car companies want to hear that. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with a whole lot more. I'm Michael Artsis. That's Greg. She's Briana. Thank you so much for watching. You're the Terrifics. Be terrific.